I'm in Sevan, the small city that's just next to Lake Sevan, the biggest lake in Armenia. It takes up 5% of Armenia's entire land. And it doesn't look the most touristy place, to be honest. My hostel's just down this road. It looks like my hostel is basically just an apartment that's been turned into a hostel. It's very small, it's only one room. It's quite windy as well. I'll come out in t-shirt and shorts, it's bloody freezing. According to Google Maps, to actually get to the lake, which is just over there, I have to walk up the motorway an hour and then come back down. I'm definitely not doing that. So I'm going to see if I can get to the motorway and just force myself across and have a look at Lake Sevan. Well, I've just been offered a ride up to the peninsula. Not for free, I don't think. According to him, it's 10 kilometres away. I don't think it's that far. But I'm not going up there today anyway. I'm just going to see if I can force my way to the lake. Well, thankfully there was actually a bridge that took me over the road, so I didn't have to walk 2 hours to get to the bar that was like 10 minutes away. And yeah, so here I am on one of the beaches on Lake Sevan. And it's pretty busy. There are people in the lake, kids making sandcastles and kicking footballs around, all the usual stuff. So here we are then, Lake Sevan, just next to me. I've been here for a couple of hours, I've had like 4 beers. I'm going to go and get some food because I've literally had like 2 spoons full of granola since I arrived. I need some food. So I'm going to get some pizza, go back to the hostel, take some beers back with me, and hopefully there'll be people in the hostel having a drink and being social. There's not much else to do, to be honest. It's bloody freezing. Christ, I've not been cold in about 6 months. Bloody hell. Lake Sevan is the #1 tourist destination in Armenia for locals. Armenia is landlocked, so there's no sea, so people come here for a holiday. And look how beautiful it is. The city of Savannah. It's pretty nice, isn't it? I just can't get over this. It's like Lake Sevan, the #1 destination for Armenians to go on holiday. And the nearest city, Sevan, just looks like this. Now, to be fair, I have literally just wandered around the kind of Lake Sevan end of the city. So once we get into the actual city, it might be really nice, who knows. But at the minute, it's looking like a bit of a dump. I'm liking it though, Sevan. I do enjoy like kind of old, kind of grey, concrete Soviet towns. Some guy was pulling up at the side of me. I was changing my GoPro battery and some guy pulled up and he was giving me some instructions, but I wasn't sure exactly what he was trying to tell me. I kind of figured that he was telling me not to film. That's interesting. Am I going to get like beaten up because I'm filming in this beautiful town of Savannah? Who knows? Well, I couldn't understand him anyway, so I'm going to carry on filming and see what happens. All I want is a pizza. It's bloody weird around here, man. Well, I was thinking that this is going to be expensive because it's like the most touristy place in Armenia, but to be honest, I think now we're away from the lake, it's going to be pretty cheap, because this doesn't strike me as a place where people have a lot of money. And I'm heading to a place right now which is called fast food, and they do pizzas and stuff. And it should be somewhere on my right. Apparently I've already walked past it. Is this it? This looks like a food place. It also looks like it's closed. Just down here, apparently there's another place, 4 minutes walk, that sells pizza. So let's give that a go. Big fat pizza would be perfect right now. That would not only fill me up, but put a lining in my stomach so I can get some more beers and go back to the hostel and see if people are actually socialising. It's a weird old place. Well, this is the second place, Amico Cafeteria, and this is open. Wow, it's huge as well. Look at the size of this place. Well, it's a huge place. It looks like there's some kind of children's party going on. But hopefully I can get pizza from here, because that's all I need. I just need pizza. So it's my first full day in Sevan, and I've walked an hour up the motorway to the Savannah Peninsula, which actually used to be an island until during Stalin's times they actually lowered the water level, and now it's a peninsula, and a lot of tourists come here, as you can see. There's lots of souvenir shops and food and drinks, and just up here behind this hotel is one of the most famous monasteries in this region. Nice bit of tourism from the past here. This old brutal building here. Who knows what it used to be. So before we climb our way up to the monastery, I've stopped off at this little place here for a gatta, which has been highly recommended. And we're climbing the steps up to the Savannah Monastery, which looks like it's going to offer great views. So here we are at the Savannah Monastery. It's actually two buildings. They were built about a century apart, I think. This is a bit different to what it is in Sevan, where I'm staying. A lot more touristy. So here we can see where the peninsula comes away from the mainland, and all this would have been covered with water before they drained it and lowered the level. This monastery was actually built as a place to send naughty priests. So yeah, they send the naughty priests to this monastery with these views. It's a bit like England sending its criminals to Australia. Let's go and take a look inside. The monastery isn't the number one reason why I wanted to come and visit the peninsula. The number one reason is where I am right now. It's a place called the Writer's House, which was built in 1969. It's now actually owned by the government, and it's a hotel. I did try and book a room here, but it had sold out, and the reviews aren't great. It's supposedly a bit grim inside, but it would have been an incredible place to stay for a night at least. Anyway, it's going to come into view any second now. I think this could possibly be the most brutal hotel I've ever seen, maybe with the exception of the one in Kiev. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Managed to get in. This is the dining room then. This is the actual hotel part. I don't think they're going to let us wander around there. No. Incredible. Merci. So over here is where most of the tourists come to see the monastery, and this is what I've come to see. The brutal beauty that is the Savannah Writer's House. Okay, so last night I discovered that there is actually a music festival going on just next to the lake, just over here. So we're going to go to the music festival tonight. Apparently tonight's the rock night. But before we do, we're going to go to this tea house for some food. This is a place I've been recommended, and it's sounds nice. Oh, we can't get in. We can't go in. It's, you know, or entrance only with a spacesuit. Oh, okay. Hello. In my last vlog, I talked about when you turn up at a place and there's something happening that you had no idea about, that you didn't expect, and it's happened again here in Sevan. We have the Savannah Music Festival, 2 days, and here we are.
You don't have to put on the red line. Yeteneği harke versiyonu sapsa ya ışır vazgeç kani portesumez gel kiska havisat spitak hakasın kırdır tam Tegus tavon vijat, adulat kaçasra, tares kamsa.